What's going on, Arizona fans? It's the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for coming back, guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, today I wanted to go ahead and talk about me recently seeing an article from Cardinals Wire, and it says, report, Broncos eyeing Cardinals pick to trade up. Now, obviously what that means is the Broncos are trying to trade up with the Arizona Cardinals to probably pick up what, in their opinion, is going to be the best wide receiver available at number 8. There are my thoughts and concerns about possibly trading back into the 15th spot. Do I like it? Do you like it? What do you think we should get? Who's still available at that point? We'll go ahead and answer all that stuff. Go ahead and roll that intro. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So like I mentioned before in my intro, what I wanted to talk about is the Arizona Cardinals simply trading back in the NFL draft. Now, there's rumors out there saying that the Broncos are eyeballing the 8th overall spot from the Arizona Cardinals. Now, disclaimer, before I go ahead and start this video, because everybody's going to be posting something on the comments without even watching videos, so let me disclaim this right now. Do I want the Arizona Cardinals to move back to number 15? No. I do not want it. I'd be losing out on an opportunity of a top tier 1 prospect out there and possibly settling for a tier 2 prospect at that point, or maybe even a bust. There's a lot more to consider at that point. I do not want this, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about the possibilities of who's still going to be there, who I think is a good fit for the Arizona Cardinals. So disclaimer right there. Before we go ahead and get started, I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know this. Now, currently right now, we do have our fantasy football lineup all set up. Now, I recently partnered with Fantasy Football Counselor. If you guys do not know him, he is super popular on Instagram. He actually recently created a kind of like a tutorial for the basics and how you're able to go ahead and play fantasy football. If you're trying to get some awesome advice and dominate this Arizona Sports Fan League, you can go ahead and use the link below. I'll be posting a link on the description to beating the Arizona Sports Fan in the Arizona Fantasy Football League. Definitely, I consider doing that. Or even if you even have your own fantasy football league, you can definitely use that link below, and it'll definitely reference me that you went ahead and came from this channel. Alright guys, so now on to the topic of choice here. What I wanted to talk about is the Arizona Cardinals possibly moving back to the 15th overall spot, trading with the Denver Broncos here. Now, as of right now, to move back 7 spots in the NFL draft, I really hope that the Arizona Cardinals will not settle for just 1 additional pick. Now, obviously, we would swap the first pick. I would hope we would get a second pick, and I hope that we would get maybe another 3rd round pick for the Broncos if that were to happen. I wouldn't settle for anything less than that. Moving back 7 spots and missing out in a top tier prospect because we wanted to go ahead and gather more picks when maybe they might not all pan out. It's kind of like a head scratcher. Now, obviously, right now, it really depends who's going to be there at 8. I don't expect the Arizona Cardinals to make any changes until the clock is set and the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. Live in the scenario here for 1 second. Let's say, for example, that the 8th overall spot came around and all the top tier prospects that the Arizona Cardinals had their eye on are gone. Like, they're no longer on the board. So they want to go ahead and look for a trading partner to gather more picks for their team. But for this specific scenario, we're going to go ahead and use the Denver Broncos. Now, they've been linked to Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver out of Alabama. Probably rated to be one of the best wide receivers out there. Really a tie between him and CeeDee Lamb. It really depends on who you feel is better. I mean, they're both up there. Being at the 15th overall spot, the Arizona Cardinals has their choice of what I consider probably tier 2 prospects out there. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be great, good prospects out there, but you are going to be settling for less than what you could have gotten in the 8th overall spot. The prospect that I wanted to talk about was Chason. He's a edge from LSU. Now, his draft stock went up a lot during the combine. I really liked what I've seen from him. He's linked a lot from a lot of mock drafts to the Dallas Cowboys. They have Lawrence over there still, but I think they're looking for a little bit younger talent over there. But, you know, that is a prospect we should definitely consider looking at. I still really do like AJ Epinesa, especially if we do get moved that back. I mean, I know his draft stock really fell back, but at one point he was considered to be the 2nd best edge rusher out there. Obviously not considering Chase Young because he's pretty much the end-all be-all. He did actually, you know, wait out to be pretty good prospect, but for some reason along the lines his draft stock really fell back, and there's even talks of him even slipping back into the 2nd round. Now, I don't know how much I feel about that, to be honest with you, but I really do like to consider getting somebody opposite side of Chandler Jones. Now, I do understand that we ended up getting Devin Kennard from the free agency market, which was definitely a great signing, but maybe looking into just getting a little bit more help in the edge rusher, I'll be all up and board with it. Not talking edge rushers here. What I would really like to do if we ended up at that 15 spot, I like the middle linebackers in this class, whether it's going to be Patrick Queen out of LSU or even Kenneth Murray out of Oklahoma. I feel like that would probably be the best route of going scenario if we end up picking at number 15, just because we have a need in the middle linebacker spot. Yes, we ended up getting Andre Campbell out of free agency, but I do feel like he's going to be like a transition player where he's only, signed for 1 year. He's not going to come back for any more. Now, there's definitely a possibility that he lights it up. He does a really good job, and, the Arizona Cardinals might end up signing him to a longer deal when it's all said and done, but I really want to go ahead and go younger in the middle linebacker spot. We definitely got ahead and consider for the future. I really do like Patrick Queen. His draft stock really went up. He's a big physical middle linebacker that can definitely stop the run. Patrick Queen is not a complete plug-in player. He might take a few games to go ahead and get accustomed to the NFL speed of it all, but I really do like Patrick Queen and what he has to offer. He could definitely be a great pickup for the Arizona Cardinals if they do decide to go that middle linebacker route, if they trade back. Now, I also wanted to talk about Kenneth Murray. Kenneth Murray is an awesome prospect. Now, we didn't really see what he was all about as far as athletically in the combine, because he ended up, hurting his, I believe it was his hamstring he was hurt with, so he didn't really partake in any of the drills for the combine. So, and even on the pro day, he didn't do very much for the Oklahoma pro day, which is kind of concerning to me, but honestly, I like what I've seen from Kenneth Murray as well. So if we took a flyer on him, I wouldn't be too mad about it. I really do like him, but honestly, right now, just because of the health concerns currently right now, I probably would have to go with Patrick Queen just a little bit above Kenneth Murray for the time being, just because we've seen a little bit more from him so far. Obviously at 15, I hope we would have some sort of chance to still get one of the best offensive linemen out there, even if it's Mekhi Becton. If he falls to number 15, I know I've been giving him so much guff at this point, but I just don't want to pick him up 8th overall. It just feels like it makes no sense to me. But if we do get traded back and we're picking at number 15 and Mekhi Becton, falls that far back, definitely no brainer. We can use some offensive line help. He's a really big physical guy. Really definitely move some defenders out of his way. I feel like he would definitely be a great pickup for the Arizona Cardinals, but a lot of things don't really work out for the Arizona Cardinals, so let's say who else is out there. Mekhi Becton isn't there at 15. Somebody that we can really consider getting as well is Josh Jones. He's definitely a really good prospect out there. He's an offensive lineman out of Houston. He's good. He's definitely bona fide, maybe the end of the first round they're going to pick him up, or even in the beginning of the second round if he does fall that far back. This is all just predictions at this point right now. This is kind of the time where, we're making up all sorts of scenarios here because we're super excited about the NFL draft. Now, those are my top 5 prospects that I would feel like that would be super cool to get. Yeah, we're kind of settling for less at that point because the 8th overall spot, I really do feel it within my heart and soul that one of the top defensive pieces is going to fall to the Arizona Cardinals, whether it's Jeff Okudah, cornerback, Isaiah Simmons, middle linebacker, or even Derrick Brown from Auburn. Now, the thing with Derrick Brown, honestly, if I can be completely 100% honest, I'm a little scared to go Derrick Brown. Now, I understand that he's one of the best, defensive linemen out there. I'm a little scared with the whole Robert Nkemdiche and also seeing how Quentin Williams panned out with the Jets. Now, I understand the Jets ain't the best team out there. They don't have the best defensive pieces out there, but honestly, the whole defensive lineman really scares me. I don't know if I want to take that big of a risk to get Derrick Brown. I hope nothing but good things for him. I hope he has a really wonderful career within the NFL, but I would not go that route personally. I still do feel like one of those two players, Jeff Okudah or Isaiah Simmons. And if not, if they don't want to take any of those people and they want to go the CeeDee Lamb route, I'm still up with that. CeeDee Lamb, obviously everybody knows I want CeeDee Lamb, but that's only for a luxury pick. That's only for people getting this big splash play that, we probably do not need within the Arizona Cardinals, but it would be awesome to get, especially for the future. You know what you guys think? Do you like the idea of drafting at the 15th overall spot? I personally don't. I think it's way too far back. The Denver Broncos don't have another first rounder that they can go ahead and give us. It's definitely going to make a big difference of picking up number 8th overall than 15th overall. So I don't want to do it, but I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Definitely put it on the comments below. comment, subscribe, do all that different stuff. If you're new, please consider subscribing. We are going to have like a draft party here 1 hour before the draft, guys. I'm super excited to watch it. You guys should be too. We're 2 days away. Have a great rest of your day, guys.